morning. It's Wednesday the 3rd of July. I'm Rory from the Manus Music Project. Last night I ran an open mic at the Cabbage Patch in Twickenham. It's a very old pub. It's been there a long time. It's well known for rugby and sports events. It's very close to Twickenham Station, so it's very handy for those thinking about maybe coming joining next month. It runs on the first Tuesday of every month. It's a good night last night. The pub was really busy, but good weather sort of forced a lot of people outside, so the main part of the pub wasn't mega busy, but had a nice little crowd in who really appreciated the music. Last night I met with Michael, an American native now living in Shepherd's Bush. I met him about 2 weeks ago at my open mic at the Raven. He plays piano and he sings, and also I didn't realise he plays guitar as well. So last night we got to see him do both things. His videos I've been playing, I'm going to put up in this little series. I grabbed him for a 5-minute interview afterwards. Really nice guy, really intelligent, knows to say, good musical heritage. It was really interesting to hear about his journey into music. Not been doing open mics that long, but has a huge musical background that he draws upon. His music choices are brilliant. He really played some lovely stuff last night. Played piano, sang, guitar and sang. He's got a really nice voice, and completely captivated the crowd. He did a lot of sort of slow to medium tempo things, but because of how he delivers it, the place was just glued to him, watching him sing. And there was a table sat just to the left of the stage, and they were just mesmerized by him, and rightly so. He's absolutely brilliant. He's got a fantastic presence on stage. I really enjoyed talking to him, and I always love seeing him perform, and I'm hoping I'll see more of him coming up. Hope you enjoy the interview, and I'll see you all soon.
Just for a while, turn back the hands of time. It's been up here for goddamn years. Can you see now I'm filling up our halls with goddamn fears? And I am free now, I know about it, darling, I'm not standing here. 'Cause Heavenly Father is all that he offers, and safety in the end.
Right, so I'm here with Michael, who's just played my open mic tonight. So Michael, where have you come in from tonight?
I live in Shepherd's Bush, originally from Detroit, Michigan.
Originally from Detroit. So how the hell did you end up from Detroit to Shepherd's Bush?
I moved over in 2012 with work. I work in marketing.
Okay.
And the intention was to go for a year, and 12 years later, I never went back.
Never went back.
I loved it. I love it here.
Love it here better than, more so than Detroit.
Must say, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So look, so you play piano, you play guitar, you sing. Your song choices are impeccable every time, man. Your taste in music is awesome. How did it all start, like music for you?
I grew up around it. My dad was a folk singer.
Okay.
In the 60s. That's what he did for a job.
Right.
He was playing gigs like 3-4 nights a week.
Right.
And I used to sit in pubs and bars and restaurants and listen to him play a lot of what I play now. Yeah.
So that was the inspiration.
Yeah.
Same as me, my dad was a jazz musician, so I kind of grew up around music as well. It's kind of, I think if you grow up in that environment,
100%.
You're not going to escape it. It's impossible.
100%.
It's going to get you.
It's going to
track you in.
It's going to get you for sure. For sure.
So look, you travel around the open mics a lot. You said you've been doing it about, what, 2-3 years around the open mic scene?
Actually, it's been a year and a half.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So I'm pretty new to it. I played longer, but didn't have the courage to get on a stage until probably the last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was the thing that spurred you to get on and do it?
Quitting drinking.
Wow. Okay.
I drank a lot.
Okay. This is another thing we have in common.
Yeah,
I'm sober 5 years.
Yeah. So I'm 19 months.
Fair play to you.
Yeah.
So look, how has life changed since getting sober?
Well, one, I wouldn't be doing this.
Okay.
For sure. I think that It's a difficult question to answer because I don't actually think I've thought so much deeply about it.
Right.
It's been a very different path. I'm a very different person
Sure.
than I was 19 months ago.
Okay.
And I'm very thankful that I am.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I know for me, when I initially gave up drinking, I was worried that somehow the music was going to get worse, right? Like there was something in it that was in me that went hand in hand.
Mm.
And then I personally found that music got way better, wrote more, performed better,
Yeah.
more present,
Yeah.
better human being.
Yeah.
Like there was no downsides
Yeah.
at all. So I talk a lot about mental health and music and how the two things are deeply connected. Is there an aspect of that for you in all of this?
I think so. I mean, I love to play. I think every kind of month that I'm doing it longer, I enjoy it more. I think that it provides like an outlet, whether you know it or not. I think it does something intrinsic to you, and provides some sort of like, I don't know, restitude.
Yeah.
When you're having like a rough or stressful day, it's a really good outlet. You hear a lot of voices that have a lot in them, and there's a lot behind that. And I think a lot of the people that have really unique qualities to their voice and are good storytellers in the songs that they perform have usually a lot of history that got them to that point.
I would agree with that massively. And I think watching you perform is interesting. You say only a year and a half because you perform like so confidently, you're so assured up there. Obviously picking up things from your dad, I guess, growing up and watching how to do it and learning that's how you hold a crowd. Because you can, like you played a bunch of slow songs there tonight and you had a meeting at the palm of your hand. I mean, that table sat next to us were just like, they were ready to go home with you. I think all three of them, do you know what I mean? They absolutely loved what you did. And rightly so, because you're brilliant. You're brilliant, you know. Do you think that maybe the craft of that is maybe lost in it with other musicians? Do you think the folk music scene has kind of autonomy on that, or how do you think that feeds into what you do?
Well, I think there was something from growing up with music that made me kind of pick up the ability to finger pick, which is how I play guitar. I can't really, I don't have much rhythm to begin with, so finger picking is easier for me to play, and it allows me, I think, to convey songs in a way that you can tell a story through it, which you can't really do with strumming.
Yeah.
And I learned that. My dad didn't teach me guitar. He actually intentionally didn't push it on me. I kind of picked it up on my own. But the guitar that I was playing today is his. He passed away 3 months ago.
Oh, man.
Which is like, it's an interesting time as well to play his songs, and I think a lot about him when I'm playing.
Sure, so you feel that connection to
Yeah, it's weird, but it's to the point around mental health and singing. There's something there that's everything is kind of connecting itself together.
So you're in the process, you're in the grief process now.
Yeah.
And this would certainly feel like it's playing a bit of a role in that, right?
Yeah, it's definitely playing a bit of a healing part of that process, I think. And yeah, it's been a really good journey through it. Yeah.
Well, Michael, absolutely loved what you did. Another musician without socials, so I can't tag you or get other people to follow you, but your performance is on my Insta page. Hopefully the next time I see you, which won't be too long, we'll have some social media in place and we can get you on there. Michael, really, really lovely to meet you again. Really cool, and hopefully we'll see you some more.
See you soon. Thank you.
Cheers, bye.